Hey, welcome back to my channel Iraqi Dinar News Update. This news about Iraq's gas supply and electricity shortage connects indirectly to the Iraqi Dinar (IQD) and the Vietnamese dong (VND) exchange rates and the wider currency market. Why the electricity crisis matters economically. Iraq depends heavily on Iranian gas to run its power plants. When gas supplies drop, power plants shut down, less electricity blackouts, factories, businesses and households face disruptions. This slows economic activity, cuts industrial output, increases operating costs, and can even spark social unrest if power cuts are prolonged during summer heat. How this hits the Iraqi dinar (IQD). Iraq earns most of its foreign currency through oil exports. But to keep the domestic economy running, factories, homes, government offices, stable electricity is critical. Power shortages force Iraq to spend more USD on emergency fuel imports or short-term solutions. This puts pressure on Iraq's foreign currency reserves. When dollar reserves are under pressure, the Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, might struggle to maintain the IQD's value. If the crisis worsens and they must spend more dollars to buy fuel or power from neighbors, the IQD could weaken against the USD. Does this link directly to the VND? Indirectly, yes, both IQD and VND are frontier, emerging market currencies. Investors sometimes compare risk across similar markets. If Iraq faces an energy crisis that threatens its economy, it can affect investor sentiment toward other developing currencies like the VND, or push oil prices up if Iraq buys more spot fuel, affecting Vietnam's fuel import bill, impacting Vietnam's trade balance, influencing the VND. Also, regional energy supply chain issues can make Vietnam's manufacturers pay more for input energy, fuel, possibly adding inflationary pressure. Big picture, the IQD-VND exchange rate. There's no direct daily trading link between the Iraqi dinar and the Vietnamese dong, but both are pegged or managed tightly by their central banks. So any big energy supply shock in Iraq can stress the IQD makes. The CBI spend USD reserves affects local inflation, affects revaluation rumors. Vietnam watches fuel prices too. So rising global energy prices can weaken the VND if Vietnam needs more USD to pay for fuel imports. In summary, Iraq's sudden loss of 3,800 megawatts hurts economic output, adds spending pressure, and could weaken the IQD if the crisis drags on. This does not cause an immediate VND move, but it's part of regional energy and oil price dynamics that can affect all emerging currencies. Exchange rates versus the USD. Investors watch such crises as a signal of economic vulnerability, which can influence speculation about the IQD, revaluation, and VND stability too. Iraqi Ministry of Electricity said on Tuesday that a reduction in Iranian gas supply has resulted in the closure of several power facilities and the loss of 3,800 megawatts. In contrast to the agreed-upon amounts of 55 million cubic meters per day between the two countries, the amounts of gas imported from the Islamic Republic of Iran have significantly decreased in recent hours, dropping to about 25 million cubic meters per day. According to Saad Fari, the director of the Fuel Directorate at the Iraqi Ministry of Electricity, this abrupt reduction caused many gas-fired power plants in Iraq to be out of order. According to Fari, through ongoing cooperation with the Ministry of Oil, the Ministry of Electricity is making significant efforts to restore balance to the generating system and address some of the current shortfall by utilizing alternative fuels. According to the Iraqi official, the Iraqi Minister of Electricity, Ziad Ali Fadl, said earlier that while Iraq generated 27,000 megawatts of electricity in 2024, the actual need was 48,000 megawatts. Fadl revealed in April that the ministry is undertaking initiatives that employ local fuel. He explained that achieving energy self-sufficiency and cutting dependency on imported fuel, which has led to a crisis in the country's electrical system in the last few years, are the main goals of the government's strategy to grow the energy sector. With the help of locally produced fuel, Iraq's electrical sector is set to make substantial progress toward power production projects, which will eventually lead to energy self-sufficiency.